Alright, hello everyone. Okay, we are at Zandvoort this evening for our Formula 2 race week 4, I believe it is, for F2 as they're 1 week behind. Unfortunately, we only got 13 drivers this evening, so we'll see. Chance for a lot of points for those that are able to attend, and for those that aren't, could be missing out on some ground on the rest of the field here. So not too far away from qualifying, and we'll get right into it. I see Judge Judy Slayer with the follow. Thank you very much appreciated. Helping us move up in the world of the Twitch community, so appreciate it very much so. Anywho, as some of you may not know, most of you that do tune in do know that I am Crash Queen, your lead caster for the Midwest F1 League. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Who are we going to stay on? Let's go VTech. Let's see what VTech can do here this evening. Starting, obviously, the same as everyone else. But, can he keep it up? And unfortunately, no, he invalidates right out of the gate. And that only took to about turn 4. So let's jump over to Darkness King and see what Darkness can do. Just finished up Sector 1. He sits about 9th right now. Not a lot of drivers in the field this evening, but a lot of high-quality ones, for sure. Cake Thomas currently leading the way with Jinnit and Jacko right behind Superninas, the F2 god, as he's kind of turned himself into. Also battling for the top spot as well. But looks like Cake just loses a little bit of ground. Maybe he can make some time through the turn. No, Jinnit is able to catch him and overtake Pole right now as we finish up Sector 2. It's looking like Jinnit is holding strong on to P1. Ninas with the F2 lead is currently 4th, mixing up with Jacko there. We'll see if he can hold off Darkness King. Not looking too hot right now. He's going to finish in the back half of the field that is here. Cake actually re-overtakes Jin around the final couple turns. Super Ninas breaks up into second, and Cake just barely gets Super Ninas as he comes over the line. 5 drivers into the 120s. Hotspot sneaks in there into 5th place. Possible Bacon, Garrisback, Darkness King into the 121s. Valentine in 10th. Spaceman finishing up in valid lap. Valentine in 9th. Spaceman finishing up a valid lap in 10th. But we'll go through the qualifying order here. We have 4 no times, or 3 no times, 1 disqualification. So 4 drivers without any times. We'll go backwards to first. So we see 13th JC, 12th VTech, Shelly the Turtle in 11th, Spaceman in the 10th. On to the finish. Here's Valentine in 9th, Darkness King, who we followed for a majority of the lap, in 8th. Garrisback, the Lonely Canuck, in 7th. Possible Bacon 6th, Hotspot 5th. Elma Jacko in 4th, Jinnit to win it in 3rd. Super Ninas and K. Thomas line up 2 and then 1 in the front row of the grid, only separated by around 0.04 of a second, give or take 3 thousandths. So very, very close qualifying here in Zandvoort, as we'll bring up the track map for you. We do have the fastest laps of Formula 1, our league series up there, so not the Formula 2. I was meaning to check if F2 came here last season. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look back. Yes, so all the way back when, in race week 15 in season 2, Formula 2 did come to Zandvoort. Has been here since, so it's been quite a while since the F2 cars have come out to play here in the Netherlands. So, and it's actually just kind of worked at random that we're at Zandvoort this week, as well as Formula 1 IRL is at Zandvoort. So don't think that we do it on purpose, because it just kind of happens by accident. Next week, of course, I guess not, of course, if you're not in the Discord, but we will be at Hungary, at the Hungaro Ring. So, am I quiet? Just a little bit. Maybe mic. Is that better? Does my mic turn the right way? Is that better, or is that worse? Better or worse? That's worse. Okay. A little bit louder from Crash McQueen, I guess. Okay. So there we go. Thank you, Bacon. Good to see you in chat as well. Best of luck here. Be at Hungaro Ring next week. Fastest qualifying goes to Matt Rosie, and fastest lap goes to Jen. We'll see if those last in 2 weeks' time. But tomorrow evening, like I said, we are at the same track we are at right now. 14 turns make Zandvoort. I had a crazy little stat about this. I cannot remember. But anywho, OP Magic. Not expecting that to see as your fastest lap, but it is who it is. But we have 5 red lights as I get distracted for a little bit of a second there, and they go out, and the 13 drivers here get underway. VTech looks like he gets a really bad start off to the back. Cake Thomas overtakes or gets first place going into turn 1. We see Janet around the outside, Jacko around the inside. Hotspot just outside there, not looking like he can make a move, and he's still sitting in 5th. Get on board with Jacko. Looks like we have a driver out. That is Hotspot, the teammate of Jin. Spun out there and moves down the order. Jacko currently sitting right tucked in behind Jin in 4th. We'll take a peek at the positions gained, and Valentine has absolutely launched out the order after the start. 4 places game. Darkness King. Oh no, Darkness loses it. I'm not sure. He was alongside JC Blackley for a moment there, and I was going to switch over to the PFV, but unfortunately I couldn't get there in time, and that's one driver gone. Hotspot as well, looked like he spun out once again coming around turn 3. But we venture forward, unfortunately, without Darkness King. That is 12 drivers left, 1 driver down. We still see the same 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same positions. Valentine might have gotten a lobby glitch there as he's back to 9th. JC Blackley is up to 5th. He's gained hella positions right off the get-go. Shelly the Turtle actually moving up 4 spots as well from 11th to 7th. Shelly not looking too bad. But around the outside we see Super Ninas looking at a move on Cake Thomas, but Cake's got the way shorter way around the turn there, and unfortunately Super Ninas has got to give way. But Super looks to be absolutely hounding all over Mr. Cake Thomas there, so we'll see if he can make something come here in Sector 2. Sector 1, it doesn't look like it offers much room for an overtake. Zandvoort is very tight and very fast, especially these couple of turns here. They do good to take them with some high pace and not to get over ambitious. Staying within their car and as much as the car will give them. Looks like Shelly the Turtle has lost it a little bit there around turn 7, in between 7 and 8, so Shelly's down to 10th. Swinging around turn 10. Only 4 turns to go, although it doesn't feel like it. It truly is, though. Super still right on the back of Cake. Zandvoort can be fast and is very tight, or is very fast and is very tight, and sometimes doesn't offer many overtaking opportunities here, but the one big one is for sure down the pit straight here into turn 1. So we'll see if there's an overtake here from Ninas on Cake, because he looks to get a really good run out of turn 14, which he does into the slipstream, gets the fastest lap. Once again, Cake going to defend the inside line, just not long enough of a straight for Super. And Cake will do the same this time as he did last, but unfortunately Super can't do the same and finds himself off track and right along Elma Jacko, and Jacko looks like he gives him enough space going into turn 3. And Super's picking himself up, but it looks like he's dealing with a little bit of hot tires there. Jacko kind of wants to pounce but is nervous if Super might get a little bit of oversteer. That might spell the end for Jacko as well, not to Super's mistake, of course, or not to Super doing it on purpose, but I've seen it happen, and I think Jacko understands that that's something that can happen as Super goes a little bit deep through turn 9. As we swing back through turn 10, you want to get a good run into the DRS straight. And to turn 11, doesn't look like Jacko's close enough here. Janet not too far away from Cake, setting a purple sector 2 here, getting a little bit of speed boost there from the DRS zone as we swing our way through turn 12. Impossible Bacon not too far back from the Gary Svack here in 5th place. The rest of the field looks like it has opened up quite a bit. Only 12 drivers remain here, unfortunately losing Darkness King early on. I believe it was just lap 1 that we did lose him. We are currently on lap 3, about to start lap 4, as does Cake Thomas coming over the line. Janet taking fastest lap now, getting a real nice burst of speed down the pit straight, as yes, you see that whole track light up purple. coming around turn 2, we swing it back and do a hard lefter into turn 3. Cake Tom is taking a different line, and that's a turn you can take several different lines on. So it's always fun to kind of play with, because you can get different launches out of that turn. Some are better than others. Sometimes you come in a little hotter, and you come out maybe a little bit slower, but because you came in so quick, it's about the same time out of the turn. So it's a fun one, that turn 3. Very different track entirely is Zandvoort. So excited to see it take place this coming weekend here. I'm sure we'll get something better than Spa. Yellow flag in sector 2 here. That is Valentine, unfortunately, going off just around turn 8th. You know, we'll jump on board with Valentine and see what he is doing. Picking himself back up, unfortunately, in 9th place. Any damage to the wing does not look like it, but those tires are surely steaming hot. Swinging around once again, turn 14, still on the leader. Super Ninas just gets back within DRS range, but unfortunately doesn't actually get it. Just got in as he was exiting the turn, but unfortunately DRS detection is actually entering the turn. So Super just misses out, and he sits 1.1 away, and he's looking to, oh no, get a little bit too heavy on the throttle there, and there you go, Jacko picks up the position. Super gets back on, and he's going to continue on his way, unfortunately losing a couple positions, spinning out twice here through 5 laps. So he needs to calm it down and try and focus up and bring himself back to his dominance that he has proven through these first 3 weeks of F2. I'll actually pull up the championship here. So right now it's actually Elma Jacko sitting in the top spot with 164 points. Super Ninas is second with 152, and Impossible Bacon third with 149. So it's very close in the top there, and you can see all 3 of those drivers are in the top 6 right now. Impossible Bacon hoping for a little bit more. And here we go, Jin, is he gonna get something into turn 1? Brakes very late to try and get right along Cake, but Cake holds that inside line. And he's back holding first place through sector 1 here once again, and taking a little bit deeper of a line through the apex of that turn. And I don't know if that was to block off Jin or if that's the preferred line. Super has worked himself just back within DRS to Elma Jacko here, setting out purple sector 1 as well. So Super is really getting a move on here. Unfortunately, those 2 little spins has put him down. Well, not even spins, really. Those 2 little drifts, I guess. He didn't lose it entirely, but he did lose it enough. Impossible Bacon just on the back of teammate of Super Ninas, the Garris back here. Representing the red Virtusi of Callum Islet. Oh, here we go. Might get something into turn 1 now. Jin is trying to fight through the dirty air, and it looks like he's done a really good job here now with the DRS into the slipstream. He's got the pace advantage. He surely will get a lot closer this time than he did last. And Cake once again defending the inside line, forcing Jin to go all the way around the outside, but Jin does a lovely job of making that stick. Still battling it out. Jin's going to still hold on to the outside line, and he gets first place as we come in to turn 3 in lap 7. Jin doing their hard work and finally getting up into the top spot. Super Ninas now really closing the gap onto Elma Jacko. We could see a couple position moves in a matter of a few corners here. Shelly the Turtle looks like Shelly unfortunately going off in that BWT and picking himself up all the way back in 12th. Still plenty of racing to go here. But here we go, Super Ninas and Elma Jacko. Felt like Super took a look into turn 10 there. Spaceman picking up a penalty as he sits 10th. Spaceman 37 seconds off the pace of his teammate in Valentine there. And spinning out there, I believe, or that's Valentine as well. Yes, that is Valentine. Well, that'll close the gap to his teammate though, so not too bad there. Super Nines as well, one of the Virtuosis who's working on a pass, not the one working on a defense, is in fourth in a really good run out of 14, and Jacko taking a different line here in third place. Gonna turn it to second with Jinna to win it, the race leader pitting. Jacko breaks super deep. Ninas braking a little bit early, and a safety car comes out, and Jacko just gets the lead. Hotspot DNFing. Yeah, there we go. A hotspot into the wall around turn 3. Not an expected place to DNF on, to be quite frank. But anything is possible. And now we're going to see pit stops. Jin did come into the pit early. We'll see if this messes with things here, as he can't go as quick around track. He's allowed to pass the safety car, okay. So right now Cake Thomas leads this race, and I think, yeah, there's enough of a gap for Jin to overtake, and JC Blackley as well is going to be close. Shouldn't be that. We'll see. We'll see. Should stay the same order here. Now these lead drivers here, it's very important for them not to speed into the pit lane, must I say. So Cake's gonna enter the pit here. Clean. Really slowing it down, not wanting to mess with that. Garris should come into the pit. Hopefully Ninas is out of the way. Yes, Ninas will be out of the way, so Garris should come in. Oh, and Garris gets slowed up a little bit. Ouch, ouch. Will Garris be able to hold on in front of JC Blackley? Yeah, he should be able to. Yes, Garris Vac is coming out of the pit now. Who's the big winner there? Only man I'd say that won a position really was actually Cake Thomas on Jin. Cake does come out ahead of Jin. Wow, wow, wow. I did not catch that. Super Nina still behind Jacko's. They were battling it out there. Jacko just had the nose ahead of Mr. Super Ninas there through turn 2 it was when the safety car got signaled. JC Blackley pitting again. He's gonna come out still in 10th. Shelly the Turtle unlapping themselves. At least they'll be able to get back onto the lead lap, so... Oh, into the pit still though, okay. Everyone here is on mediums except for VTech, so that's quite the strategy there for VTech actually. Starting the race on mediums. Shelly the Turtle's actually going to put on another set of mediums as well. Or softs. Oh no, did Spaceman DNF? Oh, no space. Yes, Spaceman did right in the middle of the track. Ouch. Is what it is. Is what it is. Shit happens when you party naked. What can you do, hey? What can you do? Well, Spaceman, think about it this way. You got a podium for the people to DNF. You came third in DNFers. So, podium's a podium in my book, Spaceman. You put that into the stewards and I'll fight that out. I'll try and get you points. I'm corrupt as fuck. Yeah, we'll see. As long as Pork's not in this stream, then yeah. I'll be as corrupt as deep as your pocketbook is. Yeah, I was pushing on a safety car for some unknown reason. I mean, who doesn't? You buy the game to drive fast, right? Mm, 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 mm. Well, I mean, anywho, I guess, what do you want to do here? I guess I can update you on the Division 1 driver lineup. That's something to do. So, unfortunately speaking, and as well fortunately speaking, we lost Seabury a couple weeks ago in the Red Bull seat, so lining up alongside Cake Thomas from this point out is young DJ CJ. So, best of luck to you, Mr. DJ CJ, and we'll see what you can bring to the table as we continue forward here in the championship. What else can I do? What else do I have for you? I mean, I've got I mean, I'll just bring the game stream back up there. Okay, so is it 219 followers? I feel like we're still okay. Yes, we still are at 219 followers. So we are almost at our goal. We are nearing our goal. Safety car, I'd imagine, will come in this lap. It's been out for quite a little while here. Quick math gives me 31 followers away from our goal of 250. Now I put an end of the month. I think we can do that. End of the month, end of September. I think we'll be able to. As well, I haven't made any true official announcement yet. But I mean, it's still so very far away. The American Thanksgiving break week, as it says in American League, so yes, American Thanksgiving on November 25th. Yes, very far away. A little bit of a staggered break week next week, or tomorrow coming up. We have the usual with Crash Division 1, Fallen Division 2, Hotspot Division 3, and we have Infinite Gamer Division 4. And yep, we are back green, racing into turn 1. Jacko trying to send it around the outside on Jin. Looks like a little bit of contact. Now Super Ninas is trying to get Jacko, as that position is somewhat up for grabs there. Impossible Bacon looks like he gets a really bad jump. He's got Gersvac all over him here. Can Gersvac make a move into turn 3? No, he can't. And we continue on. We still see Jacko. Oh, and it looks like Super Ninas lost major time there. Might have gotten a little bit of tail whip as per usual with Super here. But he can still move forward. Jacko, of course, is in the Drivers' Championship, so it's very important for Super to try and overtake Jacko in this race. Jin is still draped all over Cake here. He wants to get the move done a little bit earlier than what he did last time. We are mostly on mediums here. A couple of drivers in the back of the pack on the softs. VTech right in behind Valentine for 7th place, but ooh, there we go. Valentine. Oh, what happened to Valentine? I'm not sure. JC Blackley gets a position on VTech as well and just launches over to that curb of turn 11. Swinging around the final turn here into that hard right-hander with a very banked turn. Try and hit that puppy as quick as you can. Jin and Twin making up some major ground on, oh, where it is. Excuse me, there we go. Yep, Jin sending around the outside to Cake Thomas into turn 1, and now they're continually battling it out. Now, last time when Jin got Cake, he was able to hold on to the outside all the way, but unfortunately Cake closes the door there, and Jin looks at a little bit of a switchback, but oh, nearly on there, but is just far too quick and far too tight coming through there, and it didn't feel comfortable. But Jacko sure did, trying to stick a nose into turn 7 there. continue onward. Still Jacko is back in third. This is good for Ninas though. This battling is allowing him to catch up, and oh, major drift. What? Jacko looks at a little bit of a switchback, but nothing quite going there. He's still all over the back of Cake Thomas. Swinging through turn 11 here, and as well through turn 12. Hard left-hander. You want to get on the gas early here and line yourself up nicely for turn 13. Swing that in, not too much onto the curb, as sometimes, especially in this game, curbs can bite, and then try and gain speed all the way around and through this turn as best as you can. And Jin looks like he did it to Cake far better. And now Jin's going to hold the outside line. Cake once again defending the inside. A little bit of oversteer there from Cake. And with that, Jin's going to be able to send it all the way around the outside and gain back first place. Not too bad from Mr. Jin to win it there. Tough, hard defending from Cake Thomas. But now he's going to have to be on the attack as Jin is going to try and pull away here. Trying to take a feature race win, which will be very big for him, sitting currently in 4th place in the Drivers' Championship. The only person not really in this lead battle, oh, and Jacko, I'm not sure what happened there. I unfortunately looked away for a moment as that happened. Jacko gets himself back on track. He did hit the wall, so he should have some wing damage. Yes, he does. And yeah, that's unfortunate for Jacko. JC is going to try and get around him here. But unfortunately, Jacko blocks JC's way through. I don't think Jacko's going to try and go the rest of this race like this. But with that happening, VTech is closing down JC Blackley ever so slightly. And Jacko's actually going to try and continue this one out. Blocks off the line to JC Blackley coming through turn 1. Gets some pretty good downforce coming through into turn 2 and still holding on to 6th place. And now this is where it gets a little weird, as JC Blackley will surely have the pace advantage here on Jacko. It's all about not getting impatient. That gap to Jacko and the Garrisvaca is opening with every turn, but Jacko is just not allowing JC Blackley through. He's doing it cleanly. And now here we go, JC Blackley is going to want to send it down the inside line. Jacko does give him the space, but with that, JC doesn't get a good enough run out of turn 10. He's still doing it as of right now. JC just can't get past him. And Jacko looks like he's opened up enough of a gap where it's going to make a move into turn 1 very hard, even if it doesn't even look like he's going to be able to get close. No, he won't. He breaks super deep, nearly onto the gravel in turn 1. And swings back in, still in 7th place as we get on to lap 16. The leaders are just about to finish up sector 1 here. Jin's open up that gap to Cake Thomas to 1.4. With this little spin from Elma Jacko, that's going to bring a decent point gap for Super Ninas to make and to try and overtake the Drivers' Championship lead. And whoa, JC Blackley's right up onto the gravel. Is able to save it with still holding on to 7th place. Jacko didn't even do anything there. That was all JC Blackley just driving. JC still gets DRS here, trying to close the gap to Jacko here for 6th place. Super Nina, speaking of gaps closed, has shrunken that gap to a half of a second to Mr. Cake Thomas, and we'll see if he can get a really good run coming out of turn 14. Looks like he gets a pretty good one, and he's just trying to reach for the slipstream here. He's got the DRS, opens out, slows the car down, can't get a move into turn 1. And back over to JC Blackley. He's far closer this time. About the same thing as Super Ninas to Cake. Not close enough. Jacko holds on. Gareth Vac as well with Impossible Bacon. Those are fairly close drivers, but Impossible has the penalty of 5 seconds, so his position to Elma Jacko could come into play a little bit. Right now he's just hovering in and out of dropping from just 4th to 6th and 4th to 5th, so that's something to keep our eye on as we continue on. Still on lap 17, couple of laps to go. That is the yellow car of the Gareth Vac. Unfortunately spun out, and now JC Blackley is really close onto the back of Elma Jacko. Jacko still holding on, and who is that? Is that Impossible Bacon still spun out? Okay, so Impossible Bacon and Gareth Vac were battling for position, and then both cars spin out within a couple of turns of each other, and now Elma Jacko has worked himself back up into 4th. Well, that is something I would not have predicted, that's for sure. Here we go, Super Ninas with a really good run out of the final turn now, right on the tail of Cake Thomas. DRS, no chance for Cake to defend. Purple sector to boot as well. Cake slides in the back of Super Ninas. No contact, not what I meant, but back into 3rd place. I was more trying to get my point across. That JC Blackley still in behind Elma Jacko. Jacko still holding off now to 4th place. With a very damaged right wing as well. I don't think I've or left wing. Sorry, I don't think I've mentioned that quite enough. Yes, Elma Jacko still holding on to 4th. Damaged wing. Hit it about 5 laps ago, and since then he's had a driver with fresh softs just stuck in behind him. And now, ooh, JC Blackley, a little bit of oversteer there, as it looked like. Impossible Bacon coming into the pit. Might be going for fastest lap there. And still JC Blackley is just right on the back of Elma Jacko. Is this where it can happen here? JC is just so tight onto Jacko. Jacko pushes him right up on the curb. And major contact between the drivers. No space was given by either drivers. The Gareth Vac is coming up to this battle and saying, I don't want to get a part of this. Sitting in 6th is the Gareth Vac. Will JC be able to get past Jacko now? Pretty late defensive move by Jacko there. And here's the Gareth Vac. Ooh, Vac stuck his nose in there, but couldn't quite get through. On to lap 19 here. We still see Janet to win it with the lead. Super Ninas did jump up to 2nd, and Cake Thomas has 3rd place lined up. JC Blackley has gotten slowed up and then some by Elma Jacko. Now the Gareth Vac is looking to actually poke a position. And now he's got the inside line. Ooh, very, very tight. I should have stayed on board with the Gareth Vac to see how close that was. We didn't get the best camera angle there. Vac really wanting to pick up a position at the end here as well. But with him battling JC Blackley, that allows... Oh, no. And then JC gets a little bit up on the curb and loses it a bit. And we got to drag down into turn 11 here. And Vac is going to outbrake JC, and he's going to get the position, and he's going to block off JC through the next couple turns, and then a little bit of contact. I'm not sure if that was Vac's fault, and JC slides down into 8th place. Our podium comes over the line for the win, and 2nd and 3rd. Jacko's going to come over for a 4th place, the Gareth Vac for a 5th, and VTech for a 6th, and Valentine, I think he's got 5 seconds of penalties. I'm not sure. We'll see if JC jumps him. And no, he doesn't. So Valentine holds on to 7th. Shelly the Turtle and Possible Bacon will be 9th and 10th, respectively. So actually, ever since the safety car is a fairly exciting one to finish up. A lot happening. A lot happening. And the stewards might have a little bit of work to do, so we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. VTEC driver of the day. Okay, take it. We'll take it. Not too bad. And there you go. Jinna to win it, celebrating his win. One of the few Brits here, at least racing in this F2 series. Super Ninas and Cake Thomas, second and third, as a reminder, and then we'll wait for that to come up until we get the rest of the standings, and then we'll be on to the sprint race. On to das sprint race. Once again, there we go. We see Janet to win it with the win. Super Nina second, Cake Thomas third, Alma Jacko fourth, the Gearsback picking up a late position into fifth, VTEC sixth, Valentine seventh, JC Blackley eighth, Shelly the Turtle ninth, and Apostle Bacon 10th, and into the DNFs, Spaceman Hotspot and Darkness King. We'll see. So the fastest lap of this race and the fastest lap of F1 is a difference of 10 seconds from what we have predicted. Let's see how close that will be to actual F1 when it's in the game. But anywho, if you're new to the stream and you're just stopping by for the first time, be sure to shoot us a follow. You know, just follow it and maybe stop by a little later. Check it out. You know, just it's free. It's free, okay? You can follow us for free. You don't have to commit to anything long term. Just try the follow button. If you like it, hey, maybe stay around for a while. Maybe tune in every now and then, as we always go live Wednesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. F2 Wednesday nights, as you're viewing right now, and tomorrow night we're back with Division 1, and as well as back at Zandvoort here to see what Div 1 guys can do in this high-speed tight track. So is Jacko and I the curse of Jin? Only one way to find out, and if you're confused why I'm saying that, Mystic Joker won the first 3 races of the year, and Jacko and I went to go do our duties and to go host Division 2 last week, and who do you know, Jin to win it beats Mystic Joker. So most people are voting that yes, Jin is cursed by Jacko and I. So we'll have to tune in tomorrow to see if that is confirmed. Will Jin ever win again? One way to truly answer that is next time Jacko and I are set to not host Division 1 is the following week when Hotspot gets Division 1. So we'll see if the curse is real in 2 weeks' time. But anywho, tomorrow, or actually next week, tomorrow, like I said though, we will be back with Division 1. Same place, same track. One more person in the booth. He's actually racing here, Elmo Jacko, so if you're tired of just hearing my voice, then there'll be another person's voice that you can get tired of hearing. And he's got an Australian accent, so you'll get tired of it a lot quicker. Trust me. No, I'm just playing. Anywho, yes, tomorrow evening, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, blah 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 time in Australia, blah 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 time in the UK. So be sure to tune in then if you are at those respective areas. So yes, that is it for that. 5 red lights here in the sprint race. They go out. JC Blackley has the lead right out of the gate. The Gearsvac looks like he picks an early position from Elma Jacko, but Jacko lines up the inside line. Gearsvac tries to go all the way around and very close from Cake Thomas there. Actually does look like he gets a little bit of contact. Super Nina's in 6th. Jinnit actually picks up a position on Cake, and he's got the inside line lined up for turn 3 as well, and he's going to try and send that down on Super Nina. Super sending it around the outside and getting right alongside VTEC. A little bit of a bump, and VTEC actually pulls off to the side there. He loses quite a bit of spots, and oh, whoa, what's going on? Hotspot once again getting into it. Oh my goodness gracious. And no, Jacko trying to send it up on the curb to get past Valentine there. Jin and Cake still absolutely battling it out here. Cake not wanting to give up the position, but Jin's got it fully within his grasp now. Super right on the side panel of Elma Jacko here, and now he dragged down into turn 11. Can Super, he wants it, looks, and no, it was not given. And that forced Jacko into going deep through turn 12. but nothing too much for Super to kind of take advantage of there. The Garrisvac has stayed with JC Blackley as he tried to break away there, and he gets a little squirrely coming around the final turn, and that's going to kind of bring Garrisvac a little closer to JC there. Not close enough. Jacko sending it very deep into turn 1. Jin and Cake battling it out once again through turn 1. Jin still just able to hold on there. And Jacko takes a different line here. Super taking a sharper line, and oh, very close between the two drivers. Jacko tried to get a better run out of the turn, but there we go. You see Valentine close the door. Very, very tight. Super once again getting a little oversteer and major contact, and that is it from Jin. Oh goodness, that is major, major contact. Major contact. And yeah, right at the end of Sector 2, we see a yellow flag. I'm not sure if a safety car is coming out. Nothing deployed quite yet. And oh, Jacko and Valentine. Jacko going around the inside line, and JC Blackley loses it. And now he's out, and that is a VSC. Oh, Jacko just has a position. And did Shelly the Turtle overtake Super? It looks like the game is giving Shelly the Turtle position there. So unfortunately, Super losing out to 6th place now. And that brings the end to 2 drivers in a couple of turns. And there you go, a full-on safety car here in the sprint race. Does anyone get a pit? It looks like Super's feeling a pit stop. It's impossible. No one else is feeling a pit stop. Okay, there you go. There's the tire. I was hoping I wasn't the only one to see that. I mean, why wouldn't I be? You guys are all seeing what I'm seeing. Beautiful stuff. And a safety car once again. But I thank everyone for tuning in here this evening. It is very much appreciated. All those that have kind of popped into chat every now and then. It's very grateful for you to do so. Zoolandia, I saw you talk in there. You still in chat? If you are, say hi. Sorry I didn't catch that. I was looking at the game for a good while there. But yeah, the sprint race is very much underway, but also kind of brought to a standstill in a way. The safety car is going to come over the line for lap 4. I'm not sure if Hotspot will be able to catch. It looks like we'll get back. Hotspot might be able to catch. I think he should actually, yes. We're probably going to get underway at the end of this lap if Hotspot can get up to the safety car pack by Sector 2. Might be close actually. 9-second gap he's got to try and close. So, Spaceman still in this, 7th place. Is Darkness King controlled by an AI? Is that actually him? It looks like it's actually him controlling it. So, Darkness King after spinning out and DNFing into lap 1 in the feature race, stayed through and has actually decided to race this one out. So, brava to you, Mr. Darkness King. Yes, but the Moonwest F1 League has been around for over a year now. Led the way by Pork Chops, Monkey Mafia, Clogmonger, and Helgillian, and joined by myself to take on the broadcasting roles initially all the way back when with Static Hazard, who was my co-commentator for season 1 and 2, and then he stepped away and his place was overtaken by another Australian in El Majacco there up in position 2 as it stands right now. And we've had a good relationship, staying strong. Had a good season 3, a shortened season 3, but it was nice. And season 4 is going well. We bounce off each other very well. And if you don't believe me, come check us out tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, at the same channel. And if you miss any of our past videos or would like to see any of our past races, go check out our YouTube page. Everything is labeled very nicely with thumbnails, so very easy for you to tell which race that you're interested in choosing. But we are getting back into it here as the safety car is in this lap. We're going to get back at it at lap 5. We're going to have 8 full laps to go to decide who is going to win this sprint race and who will take the most points here in Zandvoort. It's very important to try and get a good run around the final turn here. What will Cake Thomas do? And it looks like the Gersvac is going to send it as he leads the way here at Zandvoort. Elma Jacko is right in behind. I'm not sure, it doesn't look like he's close enough to try and get something into turn 1. Valentine and Cake both going a little deep. Super Ninas on those softs. He's going to try and make these bad boys laps out. A very bold strategy here from Super, but giving up a couple positions to try and gain those all back. He's going to need a little bit of help, but right now sitting in 9th place, not what you want. His championship rivals all the way up in 2nd. He did get a couple more points than him in the first race. He's got to try and close that gap in the second race, or is that all for naught? Jin getting the race 1 feature race win, to be more exact, and unfortunately losing it out here. JC Blackley had a podium at one point, but he unfortunately lost out with, I'm not sure if there's any contact between Valentine and him or if he just lost it, but it was actually around this turn exactly, spun out and into the wall, and that brought out the VSC initially, and then it turned into a full-on safety car. As I take a little bit of a breather here, kind of scoping through what is to take place on track, and right now, real early, real soon, it's looking like Cake Thomas is going to get past Valentine. Not sure how long Valentine will be able to hold him off for, but a really good run out of turn 14 from, actually, to be fair, both drivers, with Cake coming out better though, and doesn't defend the inside line, does Valentine, and Cake takes advantage. Inside line, very important here into turn 1 at Zandvoort. Super Nias picking another position and looking at another one on the on Spaceman. Spaceman just kills that side, but he's back. Oh, spins out as well. Still in 11th. Points are very much up for grabs though, still for Spaceman. Hotspot very close onto VTech, as Hotspot has rode this race out and gets the position on VTech very tight, and VTech did not want any sort of fighting there. And is that looks, oh, it's Darkness King. Darkness King unfortunately spins out. No DNF though, so he's safe and he's picking himself back up. Is that the Carlin or the Vituzi? That's the Cherouse. Cherouse. Trident. Oh my god. This is the Carlin. No, why was I saying Virtuzi? No. I meant the Cherouse. And here we go. It's a really good run out of the final turn. Does Elma Jacko here, and Vac doesn't actually go to defend. Jacko didn't feel he was close enough there for an overtake. He's all over him. Oh, actually DRS wasn't enabled, so he couldn't make up that extra couple of kilometers or miles per hour to get past him going into turn 1. Super Ninas now right on the back of both Impossible, and oh, a little bit of contact between the drivers. That move was on, but Impossible, I don't think he saw Super coming and didn't give him the space. Now Super really being aggressive here through sector 1, and now early on into sector 2 actually gives way a little bit for now, we can actually more say, as Super surely will be back to try and get that position on Impossible. Taking tighter turns around the tracks, trying to make those softs really work. Might see a move now for the lead here for Elma Jacko. Cake Thomas, though, importantly, also having DRS. So he's going to want to try and get a really good run out of this final turn and try and close up some time to Jacko, but it's actually looking like he's losing a little bit of time. Will get DRS. Jacko surely will get first place. And Cake going to defend the inside line. Jack can't get... Ooh, breaks super deep. Tries to get himself by, and it looks like Garrisvac is just going to hold on, but Jacko's going to try and battle this one out. Still holding around the outside line. Ooh, the tiniest bit of contact, and Jacko just barely gets the move done coming through turn 3. Looks like it wasn't really there, but Vac gave him just enough. Couldn't quite slam the door closed. And Jacko moves up into what is now the race lead. Cake Thomas just behind in third. He's got to try and close the gap and not allow Jacko to get too far up the road. A little bit onto the gravel goes Impossible Bacon there, because he's trying to get past Valentine. And these two I know for I believe are good friends is Impossible Bacon and Valentine. And they're just holding up Super Ninas. Super's wanting to take a move on Impossible, but just can't get it done. And Impossible gets really high up on that curb, and just Super just can't get past. It's a really good run here. But unfortunately, Impossible gets nearly just as good of a run as Super, and Super just can't outbrake Impossible into turn 1. Maybe a move into turn 3. Impossible making Super impatient. Super impatient. Oh, and now Impossible dives down, and this might open up a line for Super. Once again, trying to send it around that same turn as he did last lap, but just couldn't find the gap. He's got a potential 4th place, does Super, but he's just got to get past Impossible. And then once Valentine has no DRS, and he does, and there we go, Impossible's forced around deep, but Super just doesn't feel confident, and completely understandable to completely dive into that turn, as Valentine's just doing enough to slow up both of these drivers. This is so very tight. This DRS is just not long enough for either of these drivers, Impossible or Valentine here. And yeah, oh there we go. This move might be on here now into turn 1. Super gets a really good run out of the final turn. He's right on the back of Impossible now. Oh, but no, Valentine blocks him off. Oh, he's still going to break deep. Valentine once again blocks off Super, and Super's just alongside Impossible Bacon. But unfortunately, Valentine took the line of Super Ninas. Now a little bit of contact. Now here we go. Super's going to try that move once again. Gets around Impossible, and then just gets closed off by Valentine. And now Super is just into 5th, and 4th is not too far away. Bacon just back into 6th. Could not get the move on in Valentine. So, oh my god. Super is just absolutely frustrated there. Oh, nearly a move for Impossible Bacon there on Super Ninas, but just not open enough. Super does have the advantage on the tires, of course. Someone, I think that's Shelly the Turtle. Yeah, Shelly the Turtle's off there in turn 8 or 9. Yes, that's 8. And Darkness King DNFs actually as well right in that area. And a full-on safety car right in the death. So this is going to be extremely pointless, as the safety car is going to just finish up this lap and will come in, and we'll have lap 12 and 13. Oh my goodness gracious. So where's Jacko? So Jacko is going to get behind the safety car. The safety car is going to do lap 11. Or the safety car is just going to come in this lap. Oh my god. So this is more just going to allow Super Ninas to potentially close the gap to the leaders ahead. Garrisvac gets back onto Elma Jacko. Maybe a good timing from the safety car. He might get himself back ahead. Valentine needs to try and close the gap to the safety car here. Okay, so VTech and Shelly the Turtle come in for a pit. Hotspot's currently picked up the most. Yes, there you go, safety cars in this lap. Valentine and Super have caught back up, so we'll see what Super can do here. So that's pretty much the only thing that this safety car has done, is just caught back up the midfield, and even Hotspot has caught up as well. So now we got 7 drivers, all right by each other. The other 3 are too far gone here. Elma Jacko's gonna lead the way. We'll see when he tries to time it. There we go, looks like Jacko puts the hammer down here. Valentine gets a really good run on Cake Thomas here. Valentine can smell a podium now. Oh, and goes deep, and now Super Nina's trying to see. Oh, and Valentine just tries to turn in but backed out. He saw Super at the last second and didn't want to try and send it in. And now Super can see a podium for sure. So very close. With these softs, he's going to work him as much as he can and looks at the outside line. Cake actually gave him the space, but Super didn't feel comfortable going around, and now, oh, he could have gotten stupid with it. Backs out, plays it safe, still in 4th place. A podium is right there. Jacko is surely going to win this one. No DRS for the rest of the race. Keep that in mind. Cake as well can smell a 2nd place just up ahead. But Super wants both. Impossible, and is going to get pretty good points here in comparison to his counterparts. How good of a run can Super get on Cake? He looks like he gets a good enough one, and Cake is going to have to defend the inside line here. Super on these softs is going to brake late, get alongside. Cake gets back ahead, and Super unfortunately can't keep it and make it stick, and once again Cake closes it. But is Super close enough for maybe a dive into 3? No, he's not. Cake doesn't open it up at all for that as well. And we're on to the final lap here, and DRS is really killing Super here, but Cake as well still all over the back of Garisvac, and Elma Jacko is driving up the road scot-free. Oh, Super, you just gotta send it, man. Opens up a different line coming in through 9. I don't think that's going to come to anything. Impossible is actually as well right behind Super Ninas. Oh, the Garisvac getting a little nervous here. He's got 2 really quick drivers in behind him here. He's only got 2 turns to go. But if he makes any mistake in this final turn, a really good run. No, I think it's too far gone for Super. I think the Garisvac may have done enough to take home 2nd. And yes, he does. 2nd place. Whoa. As I turn into Sylvester the Cat. 7th place for the Garisvac. There we go. That gets updated now. 3rd place for Cake Thomas, doing a double podium, finishing 3rd both times. Elma Jacko finishing 1st in the sprint, getting some good points to come back. Spaceman just starting Sector 1, just finishing Sector 1, sorry. On to Sector 2 as he's the last man to come over the line. And that brings F2 to an end for this evening. Unfortunately not the turnout that we were hoping, but the turnout that we were given. And it is what it is. You gotta deal with the deck that you are dealt, and we will let Spaceman bring this one home in beautiful Zandvoort, Netherlands. Take it away, Spaceman. saving his garage a little bit of time is Spaceman. Actually, no, he was serving his drive-through penalty. Okay, that's funny. Hotspot picking up driver of the day. Not too bad, not too bad. But there you go. You see the wily Australian with the win. F sake indeed, Spaceman. You know what? Sometimes things are just jokes. And you know what? Maybe tonight was just a joke. My work day today was just a joke. So, jokes come in all shapes and sizes. Yeah, definitely just a joke of a race. But we'll go through the final finishing order here. Spaceman does pick up some points back in 9th place there. But up at the top, we see Elma Jacko with the win, the Gearsvac 2nd, Cake Thomas 3rd, Super Dinas 4th, Impossible Bacon 5th, Hotspot 6th, Valentine 7th, VTech in 8th. This Mr. Spaceman 47Y0 in 9th. Shelly the Turtle DNFing, Darkest King DNFing, JC Blackley DNFing, Janet to win it DNFing. And in the future race, we saw Janet to win it with a win, Super Nina 2nd, Cake Thomas 3rd. Elma Jacko finishing 4th with the Gearsvac 5th, VTech 6th, Valentine 7th, JC Blackley 8th, Shelly the Turtle 9th, Impossible Bacon 10th. Spaceman did get 11th there, although 15 minutes back. Hotspot 12th, 18 minutes back, and Darkness King 27th, 27 minutes back, finishing 13th. It's always unserved. Haha, this game is so broken. Yes, I agree. This game is fairly broken. And I'm going to turn this broken ass game off. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Please, please, please. No, I don't want to beg. If you want to tune in tomorrow, tune in tomorrow. If not, I don't care. Whatever. We'll be back here at the same track. So have a good rest of your Wednesday. Thursday if you're in Australia. Thursday morning if you're in... well, Thursday morning if you're in England. But yeah, that's it for me here tonight. Nothing left to say other than have a good day. And yeah, I've been Crash McQueen. We've been Midwest F1 League. Good. Wait, no, shoot, I wasn't ready. Okay, I've been Crash McQueen. We've been Midwest F1 League. Good night.